Hi, my name is Trevor Cutmore. Welcome to my YouTube, and for the next few episodes on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be talking to you about our experience as a family with Rich House Poor House that we featured on the 21st of March on Channel 5. And just to give you, people who are interested, a little bit of background, and also each video I'll tell you a little bit about what I do. So Sunday, the first day on the Rich House Poor House experience that we went on. What happened? Well, we got up in the morning at the hotel and we had breakfast, and so we felt all good, ready to go. We've left the house and we've gone to, left the hotel and we've gone to the said house. And that as we drew up there, of course, they say, wait in the car a minute. We still didn't know which house it was because we stopped on this place where there's lots of houses, lots of, I think there's semi-detached or some terrace houses and stuff like that. So we really didn't know, but they wanted to get ready. So they had to be in, go in and make sure it's all ready and everything. And then they said, okay, can you come out now? So we had to get out of the car and walk up, and guess what? By the time we get to the door, they say, can we go back and do that again? And it was just an everyday thing. And sometimes we got so used to it, we just walked in and say, hi, and like that, and said, do you want us to do it again? They said, oh, we haven't finished filming. Some of those things were going on, but they were quite fun, and we enjoyed it. As I say, we had a good team and we laughed a lot. We really did. And they got us, we got them, and it was really good. And like I said, Laura, one of the hardest people I've ever seen working. She's fantastic. So we've gone in, and when we got to the house, we were absolutely really pleased. We thought we were going to be in a 2 up, 2 down, really small, and yet we've got there, and it's I think it's an end terrace, or I think it's an end terrace because you've got blocks of like 3, I think it is, something like that, or it's like a semi-detached anyway. And as you go in, you've got a dining room on the right hand side, a living room, and at the back of that there's a garden room, quite a big kitchen, and then upstairs you've got 3 bedrooms and a bathroom with a separate WC and a nice garden. They spent money on the garden, so it was really good. And I have got little pictures and other videos which I'm going to slot in this week on my YouTube channel, so you can see some of the things that went on right there. However, as we're there, we walk in, we've got nothing, and then we do the money. And the money, £109.95. I don't think I'll ever forget that. And I actually did a spreadsheet on my computer of what we could, what we're going to be buying. And each time I spent something, it went into my spreadsheet, and at the end of the week, I accounted for every single penny, and I knew where it went. Now, one thing, I wasn't saving for emergencies out of that money. I wasn't saving for any fun things like holidays or breaks or anything like that. So, it was I still managed it comfortably, I would say, on 109, but we went without certain things. We certainly, there's a Winegate saga, and I've got an actual video coming up about that as well. But Marie didn't get a newspaper except for one day, and I did take her after the Winegate. I did take her in the morning a cup of coffee and a newspaper in bed the next day. That was there, and so I did make up for that, in case you're wondering I'm such a bad person. But that day we had to cook something. We hadn't been out shopping, so I had to go through what was in the fridge. There wasn't much in the fridge, and there wasn't much in the pantry, but I found a tin of tuna fish and some pasta. So Joy had some pasta with I think she had pasta with butter, and Marie and I had this pasta with tuna fish and onion and garlic, or whatever I had there, really, and that was fine. And then afterwards I was taken out and given a task. Marie and Joy sort of unpacked and everything, and I was taken out to go and get shopping. So we went to 3 shops. Went to Lidl, Aldi, and the Iceland. That's it, Iceland. And I don't really do the shopping, but I was shocked, and still today, I'll never forget it, that I thought Iceland was really the cheapest. It's not. It had the most expensive chicken by a country mile. It was at least 65% more expensive per weight, the chicken in Iceland, than it was in Aldi. Aldi seemed to be the cheapest. And also peppers. I couldn't believe peppers. So in Iceland, again, £1.35 for 3. In Aldi and Lidl, they were, I believe, something like 85 or 89 pence. Massive savings. So it was a real education for me, but I managed everything. I did quite a big shop to give us a base for the week, and still had money left over. And when I came home, I said to Marie, how much do you think I've spent? And she was always saying, well, you spent all of it. And I'd only spent so much of it, and she was surprised. So that night, again, I did cook for us, but I cooked for the team about 2 or 3 times that week, although in my budget. And it was really good. So again, at the end of the night, the only thing is at the house there's a back boiler, and the back boiler wasn't working. And I got down and tried to look at it. Marie was sitting there in a robe, and she was freezing. Marie does not do the cold, do you, Marie? No. She hates it. All right, she absolutely hates it. So she's looking at me and says, Trevor, I can't do this if it's going to be cold as this. I tried everything. I couldn't get it going. We actually got Natasha's mum to come round, and she tried to get it going. She couldn't. And then the next day, an engineer came, and he managed to get it going. And, once it was going, it was fine. But it's certainly an old system. I do know a lot of people who have a back boiler behind the fireplace. It's not the best, but that's something to upgrade. It is. So once it was warm enough, it was fine. It was a nice house, lovely, and it was a good base for us. So on the Monday I did all the shopping. So on the Monday I did the shopping. Marie and Joy stayed at home. They were doing some other things. And then I came home, unpacked, and I did all the food and everything. And really just, we were being asked by the crew certain questions. How did you feel with the budget? What do you think of the house? And all these sorts of things. And then every night when you finished the filming, we would go and sit. They would set up a GoPro in the bathroom. They'd stick it to the window, and they'd shut the door. You would go in, producers outside on the landing, and they asked you questions. So they would just say, what were your thoughts today on the shopping with the budget? And you would look at the camera and you would just do that. So they were asking you questions, but obviously they say just talk about it, not good question, Laura. They just wanted your opinion, your feedback. So that was that. So that was up until Monday, and we went to bed Monday night, and that was that. And then Tuesday, next video.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?